trade group TechServe Alliance, but tech job openings are everywhere. Of the 330,000 job openings in the Washington, D.C. region in July, almost a quarter were for technology-related positions. The TechServe Alliance says there just aren't enough IT professionals around to meet the needs of businesses. It says schools can't teach new IT talent fast enough to keep up with demand. Christopher Cruz, CBS News, Washington.
Here's 11:55. Wall Street began the week with big losses as investors brace for tough talk later this week from Fed Chair Jerome Powell. The Dow plunged 643, the S&P dropped 90, the Nasdaq fell 324. Ford is cutting 3,000 jobs in a move intended to boost profits. Ford looks to fund its $50 billion push into electric vehicles. The cuts include 2,000 salaried workers and 1,000 contractors. Relief may be on the way for Americans crushed by high apartment rent. Listing service Rent Cafe says a record 420,000 new apartments are expected to come online this year, helping to alleviate high rent in some cities. Oil ended lower, but still above $90 a barrel. New concerns about tight supplies and production capacity kept traders on edge. Crude finished at $90.23, down 54 cents. Larry Kofsky, Bloomberg Business for KCBS.
Hey guys, if you had a problem with your plumbing, would you wait 6 years to have it fixed? If your car's engine started to misfire, would you drive it that way for 6 years, or would you have an expert fix the problem? The average man waits 6 years to see a doctor about ED, impotence, or low testosterone. At Prime Male Medical, they've helped thousands of men in the Bay Area, and they can help you too. Don't take my word for it. Here's Dr. Robert Rowley from Prime Male Medical.
We have helped thousands of patients with acoustic wave therapy, which increases blood flow, breaks the microplaque, and improves your ED significantly. We have virtually every medication known to man to help men. We specialize in treatments for ED and low T.
Get your first visit, PSA and testosterone test, Doppler ultrasound, and a full year of follow-up visits for just $99. Learn more at PrimeMaleMedical.com or call 415-761-4037. That's 415-761-4037.
Attention homeowners. Right now, take advantage of our Labor Day sale with up to $9 off Kelly Moore's exterior siding and fence stains, now only $39.99 per gallon. It's easy to shop online at KellyMooreShop.com in the comfort of your home and pick up your order at your neighborhood Kelly Moore paint store. Again, save $9 off Kelly Moore's exterior siding and fence stain at KellyMooreShop.com or go to your local Kelly Moore paint store during the Labor Day sale, August 22nd through September 10th.
Fremont Bank. If there's one thing we understand more than anybody, it's that it takes a local bank to really get the needs of local businesses. And more than anything, local businesses need access. Access to a knowledgeable banker and access to a full suite of business services. Can't come to the bank? We'll come to you. Our devotion to our clients ensures your business never misses a beat. That's why Fremont Bank remains the right choice for local and family-owned businesses. Learn more at FremontBank.com. Member FDIC.
You can listen to KCBS's live and local news coverage anytime, anywhere with the Odyssey app. Get the latest breaking news, traffic updates, weather reports, and more with the press of a button. It's just 2 steps. Download the free Odyssey app and favorite KCBS radio. Now you can listen to KCBS on your phone, computer, or smart speaker with the Odyssey app. That's AUDACY. Sponsored by Comcast Business, keeping businesses ready for what's next, powering possibilities.
It's 11:58 at KCBS. Traffic and weather together. Carolyn Burns is here tonight.
And a bit of an update in this crash in Vallejo. Special traffic alert still in effect on eastbound 80 after Redwood Parkway. This is a 3-car crash, which is blocking all of the lanes, and it was possibly associated with the wrong-way driver on Highway 37 shortly after 11 p.m. Now, traffic has been being diverted off at Redwood Parkway. However, it does look like CHP is getting ready to open the 2 right lanes. So all of this could change in the next few moments. So just be alert. If you do get off on Redwood, you'll get onto Admiral Callahan Lane. Detour signs there will get you back to eastbound 80. And northbound 80 on the Fremont South off-ramp, there's a car ran off the road into a ditch. Your next traffic update is 12:08 on the Traffic Leader, KCBS.
Hazy and sunny tomorrow with from the 60s to the mid-90s. Fog at the coast overnight and some fog around the bay as well, but some of that should burn off by late morning.
22nd, 2022, coming up on the Tuesday Morning News Watch with Dan Mitchelson.
This is Matt Ziegler in Truckee, where the desperate search for 16-year-old Kylie Rodney is over, but not the way family and friends had hoped.
I'm Chris Ancarlo with more about the private dive team that found Kylie Rodney's SUV under 14 feet of water.
And Donald Trump wants a third party to review materials seized from his Florida home. I'm John Evans. CBS News covers the world next.
When you need to know, KCBS AM, KFRC FM, and HD1, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, and Odyssey Station.
12 o'clock.
It's CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Christopher Cruz in Washington. Former President Trump's lawyers are asking a judge to stop the FBI from examining materials that the agent seized from his home 2 weeks ago. He wants a so-called special master to be appointed to oversee review of the documents. CBS's Robert Costa is in West Palm Beach, Florida.
It's still unclear why the former president and his lawyers waited in this 2-week period to come up with this legal strategy. Based on a reporting at CBS News, there has been deliberation inside Trump's circle about how exactly to move forward legally and politically.
From drought to downpour, heavy rain is causing some flooding in Texas.
Torrential rain has been falling across North Texas after a prolonged drought. Many roads have been flooded in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Motorist Stephanie Carroll was among the many who had to be rescued from high water.
I was just panicking because I just wanted to get out of my car and get out of the water. I wanted to get my car out of the water, but it's clearly gone.
Flash flood warnings and watches are posted across North Texas and parts of Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Mississippi. Jim Crisilla, CBS News.
There was a deadly attack over the weekend near Moscow. A bomb destroyed a car owned by a prominent advisor to Russian President Vladimir Putin. The advisor's adult daughter was killed in the explosion. More on the fallout now from CBS's Charlie D'Agata.
President Zelensky has warned that Russia might be planning something particularly nasty to spoil Independence Day celebrations in revenge. 6 months after trying to capture the capital itself, probably not the Victory Day parade President Putin had hoped for.
CBS News has learned that the Department of Justice is opening a civil rights investigation into the beating of a man by 3 law enforcement officers in Arkansas. CBS's Nikki Batiste says the man attacked the officers who were responding to reports of the man making threats outside a convenience store.
He faces several charges in this case, including terroristic threatening.
I believe it was above and beyond what the officers were trained to do and what they should have done in that situation.
Worcester's lawyer says she filed a separate use of force complaint against Deputy Levi White back in 2019 for another client.
2 of the officers have been suspended, the others on administrative leave. A South Dakota Government Ethics Board says it now has enough information to conclude that Governor Kristi Noem may have engaged in misconduct when she intervened in her daughter's application for a real estate appraiser's license. The Government Accountability Board says that information could allow it to take what it calls appropriate action against the Republican governor. Hasn't said just what that action might be, however. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
Angie's List is now Angie, your home for everything home. With Angie, you could cross your next project off your to-do list before this ad is over. Just tell us what you need, and we'll handle the rest. Sending a top pro to get it done. Or browse reviews, compare quotes from pros, and connect instantly, all for free. For everything from routine maintenance to a dream remodel. Because however you want your project done, we'll get it done. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com to get started.
Did you give us Lemon Horizon clean last night? I don't want another barge incident. Where's Ivan?
Kiki's head of docking operations just jumped ship.
What do you mean, sailing around the world?
She needs a new marina manager to help keep her head above water.
Yeah, the tide's perfect, but we're slammed.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Ford is cutting 3,000 salary jobs.
The cuts concentrated in the U.S., Canada, and India. Ford CEO Jim Farley says the company's cost structure isn't competitive
have to change their way of doing business. He telegraphed this in Ford's earnings conference call last month.
We have skills that don't work anymore. We have jobs that need to change.
Most of the cuts will be among those developing Ford's gasoline-powered vehicles. Jeff Gilbert, CBS News, Detroit.
It's been a rough year for the city of Las Vegas, New Mexico. Earlier this year, it endured the devastation of the largest fire in the state's recorded history. Now those charred lands are under deluge from a powerful seasonal monsoon, a deluge that's channeling contaminated runoff into the city's drinking water supply. Officials in the city say it now has less than 30 days of water left. Christopher Cruz, CBS News.
We've got some patchy fog this morning at the coast, lows in the 50s. It's 12:05 at the Bay Area's news station, KCBS. Good morning, I'm Dan Mitchinson. We're going to start this morning in Truckee, where KCBS's Matt Bigler reports officials have confirmed they found the SUV of a missing teenager underwater in a local reservoir. In a somber news conference, Nevada County Sheriff Shannon Moon confirmed the SUV they've been searching for in the Kylie Rodney disappearance had been found underwater in the Prosser Lake.
We've recovered the vehicle. We recovered the vehicle last night. We have located the decedent inside the vehicle.
She says forensics teams have not yet been able to make a positive identification, but they do believe it is that of Kylie Rodney. The 16-year-old went missing 2 weeks ago following a large party at a nearby campground. The Honda CR-V was found by volunteer divers, and Sheriff's Captain Sam Brown said that area of the lake had been searched before by law enforcement.
With side sonar, with an ROV, we had divers, we had swimmers. I think that's part of what we're going to have to go back to do and debrief.
The investigation is ongoing, but so far there is no indication of foul play. Truckee resident Catherine White says at least now this mountain community can begin the healing process.
For this community, no more question marks. Now let's just get some healing and let's make things better.
In Truckee, Matt Bigler, KCBS. Now to KCBS's Chris Ancarlo, who has the details this morning on how the dive team was able to find that SUV in the lake.
Adventures with Purpose is an Oregon-based company that travels to investigate missing persons cases by doing dive searches. A team started searching Prosser Creek Reservoir at 10:40 in the morning.
By 11:15 a.m., Nick detected an object underwater using cutting-edge Garmin sonar technology.
Doug Bishop is the lead diver and investigator. He says he was able to confirm it was a vehicle of some sort under 14 feet of water and 55 feet offshore. One of the team members, Nick Red, had to go in for a closer look.
Nick suited up in his dive gear and conducted the dive, formally identified and assessed the vehicle.
Bishop says police and the Rodney family were immediately notified. Now, he says his team will spend the next few days sharing search methods with law enforcement.
We hope to continue our efforts hand in hand with them. The upcoming cases of Jalissa Fuentes in Selma, California, and also Annette Adams in San Obispo.
Bishop also says there are some details about the search in the Rodney case that are being held back because they are part of the official investigation. Chris Ancarlo, KCBS.
This week, San Francisco will receive another 1,600 doses of monkeypox vaccine, making roughly 8,000 available to those who are at high risk of contracting the virus. Those eligible for the vaccine include sex workers, men who have had sex with other men, who have also had multiple partners in the past 14 days, and anyone else who has had close contact with someone suspected or confirmed to have monkeypox. Nearly 1/4 of the state's over 2,600 cases have been reported here in San Francisco. Just ahead on KCBS.
I'm Jeffrey Schaub in Oakland's Little Saigon neighborhood, where residents hold a vigil for yet another Asian American. This time, a popular female dentist gunned down in broad daylight.
Tell your youngsters to stop doing that violence.
Right now at 12:08, we say good morning again to Carolyn Burns as we head out to the roads for a look at traffic.
And good morning to you, Dan. We head back to the Vallejo area where we still have a special traffic alert in effect. On eastbound 80, right there after Redwood Parkway, we had a streetcar crash, and it did have all lanes blocked, but CHP has reopened the 2 right lanes. Only that left lane remains blocked. Of course, you're going to still see a lot of activity there, but traffic is still creeping along from just before Redwood Parkway. Once you get past it, though, you are back up to the limit pretty quick. In Marin County, northbound 101, just after Spencer Avenue, this is where we do have first reports of a possible vehicle rollover. CHP is on their way, and it looks like now